Hello everyone. Today I'm sharing a sweet love story. Tim finally found his soulmate. Tim was a little nervous and awkward, but he still accepted Mary's phone number. Mary playfully asked if he was just being polite. In front of this gentle and cute girl, Tim felt like he wanted to compliment every single hair on her head. Watching Mary glance back longingly as she left, Tim realized he had truly fallen into the river of love. On the way home, the warmth in his heart made him start imagining his next date with Mary, but when he got home, he found Harry was looking awfully down. After asking, he found out what happened during Tim's emotional journey today. Tim's mood seemed to be in trouble. Today was his first time in the river-like atmosphere, yet he felt stuck. At that moment, Tim was completely embracing his date with Mary, turning into a total groundhog. Back home, Tim found Harry looking a bit down in the dumps. Upon asking, he learned it was due to a major mishap in his play. The actor forgot their lines. The entire show turned into a complete disaster, putting Harry's career on the line. So Tim, in a fit of inspiration, used his time travel magic to find the forgetful actor and lend a helping hand. He kindly reminded the actor to remember the last few lines, leading the show to go surprisingly smoothly until another actor suddenly forgot their lines and stood frozen on stage, making Tim anxious, so he hurriedly left the scene. In a corner, he quickly used his powers to pull out several cue cards to help the unfortunate actor until the performance ended. Seeing Harry filled with joy, Tim was equally elated and immediately called Mary, only to discover her number didn't exist. Shocked, Tim realized history had been altered. He ran frantically to the restaurant, only to face the bitter truth. The waiter coldly informed him that the two ladies had already left, revealing that his attempt to help Harry had cost him his date with Mary. The next day, a gloomy Tim spotted an ad for an exhibition in the newspaper, instantly filling him with hope. Knowing that Mary also loved Kate Moss photography, Tim decided to stick out and wait for his chance. With people bustling around him, Tim grew bored and called his sister to join him in watching out. Finally, his efforts paid off as Tim spotted the long-awaited Mary, charging toward her like a knight. But for him, Mary in front of him was still a stranger. Oh no, this is really bad. What should he do? We haven't met, right? Sorry, I think you're mistaken. No, your name is Mary. Hearing her name, Mary was slightly surprised but not swayed. She politely smiled and said goodbye. Tim didn't want to give up so easily, so with his sister's help, he ran after Mary. He wanted to chat with her about the exhibition. Turns out the guy wasn't so bad after all. Mary and her friends didn't refuse, and the three sat down to have dinner, but didn't expect an unwelcome guest to join them. Mary introduced him as her boyfriend, whom she met recently at a party, and Tim felt a wave of memories crashing down on him. A single change in history had dramatically altered Tim's life trajectory. What a twist. Luckily, Tim's ability could be used infinitely. He played detective, asking Mary about her first meeting with her boyfriend, especially the address of that party that night. It was critical information. After gathering this key information, Tim waved goodbye to them and turned to use his ability to travel back to the night of the party. For Tim, this was his third encounter with Mary, and no doubt he would fall for her this time. Drawing on previous experiences, Tim immediately acted like a gentleman and began discussing Mary's favorite, Kate Moss. Naturally, this dialogue earned Mary's approval, and they smoothly left the party together. Tim brought Mary to a small restaurant, and amidst laughter and teasing, they learned more about each other. After dinner, Mary took the initiative to ask Tim to walk her to the car, and Tim was overjoyed. After walking for a bit, Tim finally realized that Mary's car seemed a bit far from here. My car is parked outside my house. I need to head home first. Hearing this, Tim was over the moon. After 3 time travels, they finally reunited. Tim didn't miss out on his true love, and Mary found someone who matched her perfectly, deciding to kiss each other in that moment. Mary blushed as she pulled out her house key, inviting Tim into her secret sanctuary. She was all set to show him her new outfit, nearly making Tim's heart leap out of his chest. If you're ready, this night looks promising. and Tim had to think of a way to enhance it all. So he kept using his powers to relive this perfect night, one ultimate moment. The next day, the two left happily together, reaching the subway station, reluctantly sharing a kiss before parting to go to work. As time passed, the bond deepened, making life incredibly sweet. Soon after, Tim and his colleagues attended a show and unexpectedly ran into his first crush, Charlotte. Even though they'd never officially begun anything, Tim immediately reached out to greet her. Charlotte remained charming and cheerful, though she now chose to be with girls, which gave Tim a sense of relief.